G'day everyone, it's Pix here. Today we're going to be looking at the Tomestone event that's currently happening in Shadowbringers. Now, usually at the end of every expansion, they will release an event that allows you to farm up tomestones. This is no exception. You can get a cool jacket, a couple mounts, even some treasure maps that stack. This one also has golden saucer points. I think they've always had it. And there is an obscenely effective way to grind these tomestones that you've probably already heard of in Tier 2 binding coils. Now, this means that most people here will probably tune out of the video. That's fine. I'm here to sort of explain if you had the same experience I did where you don't want to go through the effort of grinding up all the blue mage spells and stuff like that to do it. It's actually not as difficult as it seems, and I'll sort of explain that in a really smooth brain, kind of easy way to understand how this ADS sort of farming works. So you can do it even if you don't have a fully spec'd out blue mage. When I started farming this, I first saw the infographics that people are spreading around with this perfectly optimal way, telling you where to sprint, what to push, and I was like, nah, that seems like way too much work. And it is, basically, and you don't have to do that, it turns out. You don't actually need there's 8 blue mages with a perfect rotation to do this entire fight. You can do this with 3 blue mages if you wanted to. We were farming this all day Sunday and Monday. The footage you're seeing right now is us with 7 blue mages and a tank. This is kind of as optimal as we got, but just be aware that we did start this with 3 blue mages, a bard, someone who's never done turn 2 before, a healer and a tank, and we were still farming it within 2 minutes, I think, at the end. And this is super easy. It's so easy. I don't understand why they've made it look as difficult as it is. You just need a couple of blue mages if you have them with missile, or level 5 death, but it's not required, and final sting. The more the merrier. If you have final sting, it's still worthwhile bringing that as opposed to anything else. All you need to do is start turn 2. There'll be a mob at the start. If you have the ability to missile it, have as many blue mages spam missile on it until it dies. If you have level 5 death, you have an 80% chance it'll kill it instantly. I would recommend missile if you don't have level 5 death, because there is a chance you can kill it instantly anyway, but even if you successfully hit, you're going to grind down that HP and make it super easy for people to farm it. Work your way down the ramp. Do the same thing to the second ad. Just spam missile at it or kill it. It really doesn't matter. Work your way down to the third ad, same shit. Just kill it. Once you get down to ADS, you just unload the DPS. Once the DPS starts, he'll do one spell that does like a group-wide AoE that you need to interrupt. Have any person interrupt it. You can have a dedicated person to interrupt it. If you don't, it gives paralysis and it's really annoying for the next part. At that point, you just sort of figure out how many blue mages you have in your team. If you've got, say, 3 blue mages, you're going to want to wait until at least 40% health on ADS before you start final stinging. If you have Moonflute and Whistle in your spellbook, that is something I would recommend because it greatly increases the damage, and a single mage can probably do 20 to 35% of ADS's health in one final sting with Moonflute and Whistle. Keep DPSing down the boss until he is within final sting range, final sting it, and then the boss dies, you get your tomestones, you leave, you re-enter, you do the same thing again. It's that simple. I honestly, don't understand. Like, I get why people were putting up these infographics of perfectly optimal strategies, but it kind of puts people off when you're watching it, thinking that's way too much coordination just to farm tomestones. I'll go do some PvP. But we have farmed about 300 tomestones over 2 nights, and that's only about 5 hours total grinding. And we've all bought our jackets, we've all bought our mounts, and we're all starting to farm up MGP. So if you can do this and you want the MGP or you want the mounts, this is honestly, there's no other method that's going to be even close to doing it as opposed to Tier 2. So make sure you give it a go, guys. Don't be afraid to get in there and give it a crack, especially, considering how many party finder groups are out there for the moment. So even if you don't have a blue mage, you'll probably still be able to tag along to a group just to fill out those ranks, because you can't join unless you're a blue mage. You can't join a Tier 2 unless you have a full predefined party. So people will be happy to take any DPS along most of the time. That's it for this though, guys. Look, I mean, if you like this, let us know. We'll get another video out, but honestly, just give it a crack and then see what you think, and we'll hopefully catch you on the next one, guys. Peace.